believe me, just watch.
All right, we're back on the morning brew with friends. We're talking about this wonderful weather. It's hard to believe it's February and it's been like 70 degrees in Albuquerque.
Sunny and gorgeous. Although
Right?
today we're getting a little bit of rain, which is nice.
It's just enough to kind of stir up all of the woodland creatures and some of the bugs that you guys have, right? Because you guys have an event coming up this weekend. It's called on Friday night. It's called Bug Love with Bernalillo County Open Space. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, we're hoping people will kick off the Valentine celebration with us this Friday night. It's going to be from 7 to 9 at Bukeke Open Space.
And Bukeke is the new awesome one on Far North Rio Grande, right?
That's right. Yeah, we've been open now since the end of 2011. It's on Alameda and Rio Grande, right on the corner there.
Right.
27 acres. There's an environmental education building there. And I should just mention that we're doing something new this year that we've started now in February, and it's going to run through the rest of the year, which is every Sunday we're open from 10 to 4. So we're inviting families to come out to check out nature packs, to go for walks, and we have educators there that have hands-on learning stations, whether they're microscopes or hula hoops. You can learn how to go hula hoop.
I love it. I love it. Well, that's such a big space, too. There's hiking trails that just last for, it seems like miles all the way through that whole place. It's a wonderful open space.
It is. It's
and
beautiful.
It seems like it just opened yesterday, but it opened in 2009. That's amazing.
And people are still discovering it for the first time, so that's why we're grateful to be on your show and encourage people to come down like this Friday.
We love it. So the Bug Love event, is it really bug mating season? Or is it just a Valentine's Day thing?
It's a Valentine's Day thing, but it's really, I mean, if you want some fantastic dinner conversation, you should definitely attend this event because we have an entomologist coming. Her name is Tessa Grasowitz, and she's with New Mexico State University. And she leads an hour presentation to tell you about the fascinating world of bug mating.
I love it.
And I have to tell you, it's just really interesting to learn about how insects have evolved.
We've got some photos of these things here.
Yeah, so I'll tell you just a couple of fun stories, but you'll hear about a whole bunch of other wonderful stories with Tessa Grasowitz.
Yeah.
But so lightning bugs, for example, different species put off a different pulse. And if a female likes the pulse that a male is putting off, it will mimic that same pulse, and then they'll find each other at night.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Do their bug love thing.
That's cool.
But it can get kind of crazy with bugs. This often happens. So sometimes a female will then put off the pulse of a different species, and the male will come and she will devour him. But that helps to ensure she has healthy offspring. It's these kinds of things you'll be learning about. It's really fun. Yeah.
Because I think about, the cricket's mating call, which is the cricket noise we all hear, I don't think about things like lightning bugs and those crazy, because there's, in the bosque, how many different kinds of bugs do we even have? Thousands, millions?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's millions. I mean, the arthropod world is the most abundant of any species. And yeah, it's incredible the amount of bugs and diversity that we have. And some of them are just so beautiful, but they're small. They're, we don't often think about them as being beautiful, but, more like, ooh, stay away bug. But, our lives depend on insects.
Right.
And they're important for pollination. They're a major food source around the world, believe it or not, for protein.
Especially for the animals we eat, the birds and everything else.
Exactly, the whole food chain thing is really important.
Right.
But when you start to learn about the little intricate behaviors of insects and just, animals and plants in general, you begin to really open your eyes about how amazing life is. And that's kind of one of the things that we're trying to put forth here with Bug Love. But after the presentation that will go for about an hour, we're encouraging people to stay, and our arts coordinator, Nan Maslin, is going to be facilitating an art activity so you can actually make some really neat, crafty art thing for your loved one.
I love it. And this isn't just something for people on a Valentine's Day date night. This is something anybody can go out and have a good time with.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we all got a lot of love in our heart, right?
But this is the thing that you can bring kids, you can bring the whole family, right?
It's really not meant for kids. I'll be honest with you. Most of our programs are, but that's why we're really calling this a date night.
Okay.
And I mean, if you don't have a date, that's okay, of course. But we're really going to get into some details. About insect mating. So you may want to get a babysitter and come join us. And it's an evening event too. So, for
Great.
especially young kids, it wouldn't be, really a good time for them to come.
Is it free? Is there?
It's totally free.
Excellent.
And really, I hope people just come out on Sundays. This is a great thing to do with your family. If you want to bring the little ones out on Sundays, again, 10 to 4, then you can really have a lot of fun with the kids.
And just explore the whole Bukeki open space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a limited time, also, we are giving out at Bukeki these beautiful calendars.
Excellent.
So, Dan, I brought this one for
I love
you.
It. I need a new calendar.
Yeah, it's all about bird migration along the Middle Rio Grande.
Because I can mark on here when the Bernalillo County folks are on.
That's right.
When new beers from Marble are released. I love it. I love it. And the bird migrations are always fun.
They are, especially this time of year. Bird migrations are a really neat thing. When we've been actually designated an urban bird treaty city, which identifies us as an important place for bird migration in particular. And if you go down to Bosque del Apache or anywhere along the the river, especially our agricultural lands, you'll see lots of sandhill cranes, snow geese. Great
Excellent.
time to be out even in the winter.
I've always wanted to go camp out down there. Just do the, because you can't really see them. They fly in at dusk and they fly out at dawn. And without camping out down there, you kind of miss all of that. So I've always wanted to go down and just do the whole overnight thing at the Bosque. And I think it'd be a blast.
My family and I do it from Albuquerque, but we leave like 4:30 in the morning.
Right. Well, for those of us in the morning brew at 4:30 is like sleeping
Right? No
in.
big deal.
That's nothing for us. Yeah. But you guys have so many other open spaces too. I think people forget that Bernalillo County, I think, has more open space than almost any other local agency, right? Because you got the house in the South Valley. You've got the stuff in the East Mountains. That's just stuff I can think off the top of my head. The Bukeki. What else?
We have, a number of properties in the East Mountains. Carlito Springs is
when does that
the one
open?
we just opened it up last year,
yes.
so you could go hiking there now. And we're going to be entering into our phase 2 plan where we're rehabilitating the structures there. But the trails are open now, so
good.
you could go today after your morning brew
Excellent.
shift.
Well, the Carlito Springs is amazing because it's an old resort.
Yes.
And it's just like hidden up there in the mountains, and nobody even realizes this. But it's like crazy, just nuts, beautiful buildings, and it was used for, I guess, really just post-war. It was a big deal, am I right?
It has a very interesting history. It was called Whitcomb Springs at one point, where a Union veteran originally purchased part of the property under the Homestead Act. And then Carl McGee, who was the founder of the Albuquerque Tribune, he then took over the property in the 20s, and his wife had tuberculosis, so they were looking at it for a summer retreat. It has been used as a retreat in the past. We purchased that property around 2000. And it is stunning, not only those buildings where there's a series of cabins and a travertine house, which is really unique in our area, but then we've got a riparian area that runs through there. And the McGee's, their daughter, Gertrude, it was given to her, and her husband were hobbyist horticulturists, and so they planted all these flowering bulbs.
That's why that garden is there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
You have wildflowers, and you have cultivated flowers and springs and wildlife.
That's cool. Like, I want to get up there and do some hiking this summer, because that's one of those places that it's completely looks un-New Mexico, especially because the house is travertine, which is so rare here, and it feels like you are in an entirely different place. But Friday night, we've all got something to do. Is it Friday? And it's Bug Love at the Bernalillo County Bukeki Open Space, which is at Rio Grande in Alameda. It's free.
It's free. Everything we do is free. Come and check us out. They're beautiful places, and they're great programs. So.
And it's mainly an adults thing.
Yeah.
Because you can learn some extra sexy time details about what bugs do in their little private lives.
And then Saturday, when you go out to dinner for your romantic dinner,
you have great bug conversation.
Yes, you will. You'll be like, can you believe?
That would make my Valentine's date really interested.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some trending topics and a whole bunch more here on the Morning Brew with Friends. And maybe we'll have some more of this new Imperial Red.